for diversity programs and climate change initiatives, and Democrats are opposed to new border wall spending.
That's CBS's Scott McFarland. Nearly 24 people were injured after a pier collapsed by a lake at the University of Wisconsin campus in Madison. Nicole Mitchell saw it happen.
Definitely scared. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people and nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew what was happening at first either. Like, nobody expected something like that to occur.
No comment from the Kremlin on whether a meeting will soon take place with the leader of North Korea. CBS's Cami McCormick has that story.
The U.S. and its allies believe Russia is trying to secure weapons from North Korea for its war on Ukraine. Patricia Lewis of Chatham House in the U.K.
They're not getting what they need from China. This is clearly Russia running short of our ammunition.
The Kremlin won't confirm a meeting will take place, but the New York Times reported Kim Jong-un could meet with Vladimir Putin sometime this month.
Woody Allen received a 3-minute standing ovation at the Venice premiere of his movie Coup de Chance last night. While outside the theater, protesters shouted, "Stop rape, time's up." Theatrical distributors in the U.S. have largely avoided Woody Allen since the Me Too movement resurfaced allegations of child molestation against him. Coup de Chance currently does not have U.S. distribution. This is CBS News.
When you think of hiring, think of Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring system helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine what could relief from IBS-C mean for you. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
I happened to glance up, and the clear sky was gone.
Coast to coast, all night, every night.
All I could see was something round and black.
On WGNS, AM, FM, online. The Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and online at WGNSradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Hey everybody, welcome to your Tuesday morning edition of the Roundtable Show with Rick and Wayne. We come to you every Tuesday morning here at WGNS, and we try to cover topics around North Rutherford County and what's going on. And this is Fish Fry Week, so
yes, it is.
You're going to hear fish fry on today's show, which is good. I hope everybody's already got their tickets. If not, we'll try to set you in the right direction to get your tickets to come out and enjoy us this weekend.
Hey, the food is amazing. I mean, you know, between the fish and the Chick-fil-A's, with coleslaw and white beans, the hush puppies. Oh, the hush puppies! Wow,
yeah.
You got to make sure you don't grab a jalapeno one, or it'll light you up.
Sure will.
Did you have a good weekend, brother?
I did, man. It's an extra day in there. It just gave me another extra day to do more stuff at things like
honeydew type stuff.
Yeah, I did a lot. We ended up over at Cedars Lebanon. We took our RV over and spent the night over there. We had some friends that were there, and they had a slot that canceled, so we ran over there and did some walk around the Jackson Cave and a little hiking and stuff like that. But it was hot. It was really hot.
Yeah. We're definitely in the dog days. We got to spend the Labor Day on the lake. We've been blessed to get to do that the last 4 years, and that's always a lot of fun. I was really surprised that there were not more boaters out there yesterday. I mean, it was just gorgeous. I mean, I don't know how you could ask for a better Labor Day on the water.
I remember when I had a boat, it seems like this time of the year, if the collection of your friends didn't come through, a lot of times you didn't take your boat out because everybody wanted to go, and you said, meet me at the gas station. We're going to put gas in the boat. Nobody'd ever show up. So,
well, we don't have a trailer, so we're there at the marina, and we're at the their mercy, and gas is something I think real highly of because they charge accordingly. So.
They sure do.
So, but we had a great time. Boy, tough Saturday for our boys in blue.
Yeah.
But we kind of knew they were going to run into a juggernaut, and I was just hopeful that I saw some special plays, and we've got some special athletes, but they had more than we did.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you always hope Big Blue would show up, especially like they did against Miami last year. But they had a rough time on Saturday. But that's their first game, and it looks like to me they got some work they need to do on the coaching side of it to
I think
clean up some stuff.
I'm optimistic and hopeful that just going to be a really good season. And of course, with I drove by the stadium the other day, and they've already taken down the north end zone seats. I don't know if they've started tearing out the concrete part. I think the old weight room, I think they're getting ready to demolish as well. So I think it's going to be a really beautiful facility when they get the renovation completed. So
Saturday's game, gave them a $1.6 million boost to help get that paid for. So.
Is that what they? Yeah. I wondered what they would get paid to go to Tuscaloosa. What about Missouri? Is it going to be about the same? Do you know?
I don't know what the number is. I don't think they've released it, but it'll probably be somewhere near that.
Yeah. That'll help pay a few athlete bills
sure
too.
Will.
So, but we love football, and this morning, Rick, we have a fellow Rotarian and great friend, President-elect of the Smyrna Rotary Club, which you and I are also members. This morning, welcome, Miss Judy King. We're pleased to have you.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yep.
2 years in a row.
I was worried that you were going to come in wearing that crimson color because I know you being from Alabama and all what it would look like.
So I wear a blue.
Wait a minute, we don't talk. Okay.
I don't wear that red.
Okay.
Being from Alabama, I wear the orange and blue. Yeah. So, I felt bad Saturday for our folks up here.
The 1.6 million will kind of ease that pain a little bit too. Yeah. So, but you've come up through the officer ranks. I think you've been on the board. Of course, you were treasurer and secretary, and now you're president-elect. And under your and some of your other fellow Rotarians, the club has certainly grown, and the fish fry continues to be successful. So God bless you for your effort. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Rick and I would like to ask you to share with our radio audience a little bit about yourself. You can leave out the Alabama part, but you can talk about you can talk about where the community where you grew up and your journey here to Middle Tennessee.
Well, born and raised in Boaz, Alabama, one of three, the youngest and the only girl. I came from a blue-collar owner-operator trucker, dad. My mom stayed at home and grew up, I guess, as normal as you could. Small town, graduated from high school in 91, got married, and my daughter came along in 98, and one child. I'm so proud of her. And so my husband, his job moved up to Nashville in 9 years ago. So we came up here 9 years ago, and this is home. When we go back to Alabama, I feel like we're visiting now instead of that being home.
How big is Boaz?
Oh, it's maybe, I guess, kind of like the Laverne size. It's not big at all. It used to be the shopper's paradise with all the outlet malls back in the 80s. And any given Friday or Saturday, roll up in there and see all these charter buses lined up with all these folks getting off shopping.
Tanger, is that how you say it, the one in Antioch? They seem to be coming along pretty well right there. So
I think that's due to open in October, late
that,
October.
Okay, I mean, that's going to, I suspect, a busy I-24 there at that new interchange, or that improved interchange. They made a diamond interchange there at Hickory Hollow. So the first time I went through it, I'd been through the one up on I-40 coming out of Sevierville and Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, and that seemed to work really well. But the one at Antioch, maybe it's my age, but I was confused. Which way do I go? But Laverne's well over 40,000. So is Boaz?
Probably a little smaller than that.
Okay.
It's back in the day. I think people have kind of gravitated over to the Albertville, Gunnersville, Lake Gunnersville area. Boaz lost a lot of industry there. They had, it was called Gold Kist, and then Pilgrim's Pride chicken processing plant. It was huge in Boaz, and brought a lot of tax dollars to the town, and they closed it, transferred as many, that wanted to go to the Gunnersville plant. And so, growing up in Boaz, you knew a lot of, if you wasn't next to a chicken farmer, you knew a bunch of them. And you knew when it was time for them to clean out their chicken houses.
Ooh.
Everybody in the community knew that. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I was looking where it was at, because what comes to my mind when you were saying all the outlet things is, I know there's my neighbors, for one, they make a trip every 2 or 3 months to the unclaimed baggage store.
Yes, Scottsboro.
Yep, Scottsboro, Alabama. And I never knew about it till I was talking with them one day, but they go down there a lot.
Now, is this off of 65?
No, it's off of 72.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not an easy way. I guess you would go to Huntsville and head back east.
Well, if you went down went over 24 to South Pittsburgh,
okay,
it would take you straight into Scottsboro that way.
But they get some deals down there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like trying to go to Fayetteville. There's not an easy way to go to Fayetteville, Tennessee, I don't think.
No, not really. You're saying it, but
Boaz, that's biblical, I believe. Maybe the Book of Ruth or something, if I'm correct. So it's a pretty cool name.
Yeah.
So was it Boaz High School?
No, actually, it was Sardis.
Okay.
So Sardis is a little small community that's where I had 3 different school systems I could go to. And my parents were adamant that I was not going to go where my brothers went, because they were just determined that I was going to really learn stuff.
Oh, okay. I think we're getting into some family secrets here.
Yeah, not
Rose.
get in trouble all the time. So a lot of my
you
family.
Are the one girl.
Yeah, I'm that one. Yes. So a lot of my cousins went to the Etowah County side, which was Sardis and Carlisle. And so, nowadays kids go to probably 4 different schools from kindergarten till graduation, and I went to 2. So Carlisle Elementary down on Highway 431 from 1st grade to 6th grade, and then jumped over to Sardis from 7th to 12th. So,
any athletic endeavors?
Well, I tried.
Okay. Well, I think we all have tried.
I tried my hand at volleyball, but I don't think I've ever been that athletic person. I don't think anybody's ever accused me of being that athletic person. I was, into the making sure my grades were A's and making my parents happy that they sent me to that school instead of where my brothers went, know. And I was part of the first choral group out of Sardis High School, and that was, that to me taught me so much. I don't read music at all. I can follow it like the bouncing, the ball following the moon, Y'all remember that? I can follow the notes that way, but it taught me a lot, and it taught me, a lot about teamwork, because, they're not athletes, but you got to have some good lungs.
Well, the band people, band members, they're out on the asphalt, getting ready for football season, and they're,
working just as hard.
Yeah, that's a commitment in itself too.
It is.
So, what about you want to talk about career?
Sure. I got into banking in 2008 when people did not get into banking. I say it was an absolute God-ordained blessing. I was a single mom at that time and working 60, 70 hours a week. And my daughter began having migraines, and it was stress. Stress-induced from not seeing her mom, and when she did see her mom was stressed out to the hilt, and so I got to thinking, what can I do that, benefits as far as, economically, and benefits time-wise, and would give me that flexibility to be home with her more, and I just thought about banking. My aunt was a teller at the Bank of Boaz for, her whole career. And so I thought, well, that, I could probably do that. And applied, became a teller, was promoted to the head teller, went over to the desk side, began doing loans, was at Regions Bank for, 7 years or more. When my husband Brian, when he took a job here in Nashville, driving for ABF Freight, then he said, you need to start applying for management. And I was like, I don't know about that. But I did. And, like I say, my dad and I were talking about that this morning. Every step in my career has just been a stepping stone and a stepping stone and a stepping stone. And I believe it for today. I believe I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm with First Bank. I do commercial lending. The relationship part of that. The things I'm getting to do in my career are things that, I didn't go to college. And God has just really, truly blessed me. And that's all I can say. To be where I am in my life, the greatest feeling ever is to lay your head down on your pillow at night and know that you are in the will of God. And I can say that. And I truly believe from, even being part of Rotary, that it is truly just the absolute ordained will of God.
Well, Rick and I like our guests to share, the personal side, because becoming president of the Rotary Club immediately makes you, you're already a community leader, but that makes you a visible community leader, because Rotary has such an impact on our community and our county community. So,
it does.
We appreciate you sharing so much, with our audience this morning.
Probably shared too much. I
No,
apologize.
not at all.
Not at all.
Hey, talk about your Rotary journey, if you will.
I got into Rotary, so I took a job in Smyrna, and we had lived in Rutherford County for 2.5 years, but I'd worked in Davidson for those 2.5 years. I heard all kinds of great things about Rutherford County and Smyrna, and we lived there in Smyrna, but had no idea. And I joined Rotary to get to know people and get to know my community. And on top of that, to be able to use talents and gifts and abilities, to help in the community in a way that I hadn't been able to before or didn't know about. I grew up in church and service. I've been in, ministry, all kinds of different avenues of volunteer, but it wasn't beyond really the walls of the church, so to speak. And so being part of Rotary, that just allowed that door to open, and make the impact on my neighbor, and it not be with, so many people think there's strings attached, when you're helping them and all, and that's absolutely not the case. To see people in the community, leaders, business owners, stay-at-home moms, retired folks that give their time and effort and energy and talents back into Rotary to go out and actually impact the community. And so in 2017 I joined. 2018 was my first fish fry, and I thought I had stepped out on the wrong place. I did not know. Everybody talked the hype of how big it was, but I had absolutely no idea how big it was. And last year, my husband and daughter, it was their first year to attend, and we always joke and kid about this certain line in a movie about the Catalina wine mixer, because it was such a big deal in this movie. And I keep telling, I've been telling my husband, this is what it's like. This is what it's like. And so he and my daughter come last year, and he's just like, wow, this is amazing. What y'all do is amazing.
Just to have seen it grow over the years. I remember the first one that we did, and we just, it was almost like a neighborhood thing, because we brought our own kettles and fry baskets and LP gas, and just was just cooking fish like you would maybe at a church social. And to see, we have 2 good sized trailers that we have all of our frying units in, and just to have seen the growth, that's the one advantage that us older members have, is that we've got to see it grow over the last 21 years, and it's just been more than we could almost comprehend that it's worked so well.
It's amazing, and what a testament to the community to have. I know so many nonprofits that do fundraisers, and they'll do a fundraiser a couple of years, and they'll kind of retire that one and try something else. And for the Smyrna Rotary to be 21 years into the same thing, because it works, and it provides so many avenues for so many different entities.
I agree 100%. We're getting up close to our first break, but again, I want to remind everybody it's this Saturday, and it's from 5 to 9. 5 to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets are how much?
$50.
That's right. And if you got a classic car, if you come, you basically get your car out on the tarmac to be on display, and you pay the same $50, and it buys you 2 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So,
remind
what
me
a
about
deal.
all there is to eat and drink, Rick.
Eat and drink. Well, seeing how we stay on it may be Judy's thing, because I don't know if I know we got 454 pounds we're cooking this year.
Well, actually,
so
I think did they not say 550 this year?
I think they upped it.
Oh man, we're in so much trouble.
I know. I'm pretty sure it went up to 500 and something pounds.
I think it was 450 last year, but that's just 500 pounds of fish. That doesn't count.
No,
everything,
the French
chicken, the fries, and stuff like that.
Coleslaw.
I forget how hard it is to work. I wear a big old cowboy hat, and I couldn't see out from underneath it. I sweated so bad by the end of the night. So
it's hot over those 350 degree cookers, but it is a lot of fun. It's camaraderie, and Neil Oren always comes and is the master of ceremony.
Yes.
I presume he is.
Yes.
He is so much fun to be around. So him and his girls.
That's right. All right, we're going to take our first break, and we'll be back with Judy King, with the President-elect of Smyrna Rotary Club. Be right back.
Get ready to unleash your inner Blue Raider spirit and make some noise at Floyd Stadium this season. Lock in your seat with season tickets starting at a jaw-dropping $99. Don't miss a single snap, heart-stopping touchdown, or electrifying atmosphere. Snag your tickets now. Go BlueRaiders.com/tickets. And don't forget to take your radios and listen at the game to FM 101.9 or AM 1450. WGNS, the flagship station for MTSU Sports. Let's go Blue!
You know, there's a lot of people out there talking about testosterone. You hear about treatment centers everywhere. But do your homework and go to a provider that you can trust, one that's been doing it for years. I recommend Low T Center on Medical Center Parkway in Murfreesboro. That's where I get my levels checked. At Low T Center, they make it quick and easy. Walk in, take a simple blood test, and then with their on-site lab, you get the results in 25 minutes. If you've been feeling tired, grumpy, weight gain, or loss of muscle mass, these could all be signs of low testosterone levels. Low T Center is not like a typical doctor's office where you have to wait a long time to see the doctor. Low T Center is concierge medicine exclusively for men. They have affordable and convenient options, including physician-monitored self-inject treatments that ship directly to your home each month. No need to drive to the center for weekly visits. Right now at Low T Center, it's only $25 to get your testosterone level tested. So what are you waiting for? Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day and Americare Pest Control.
This is a paid legal ad. Hi, this is John Day of the law offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the law offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
WGNS reminds you to shop local. Patronize our local family businesses. That helps our local economy. It's also important to listen local. The 21st annual Wings of Freedom Fish Fry is this Saturday in the Azure Hangar at the Smyrna Airport. This is the 21st annual Wings of Freedom Fish Fry from 5 until 9 Saturday night. The tickets are available at the door. That's 5 until 9 Saturday night. Our hats off to the Smyrna Rotary Club. What a great service. If you love cars, you want to be at Cars for a Cause this Saturday morning from 8 until 10 at Liberty Station. That's right behind Toots at Jackson Heights Shopping Center. This Saturday morning from 8 until 10. And speaking of this Saturday, it's the grape harvest over at the Lane Agri Park, 7 to 11 this Saturday morning. All of those volunteers who are helping, you get a gallon of free grape juice that you picked. So come to the Lane Agri Park from 7 to 11 this Saturday morning and pick some grapes. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor Events.
Good neighbor weather. We'll see a few spotty showers and thunderstorms at times this afternoon. Partial sunshine develops a high in the low 90s. Tonight, partly cloudy skies develop a low near 70. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on News Radio WGNS. Currently, it's 72.
Broadcasting from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios, MTE has provided light, comfort, and connection to our community since 1936. As your trusted energy advisor, MTE is always here to help. Connect online or download the My MTE app.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
And good morning and welcome to the second segment of the Rick and Wayne Show that comes to you every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. Again, we focus on the northern end of the county with Smyrna and Laverne, but sometimes we taking the entire county community. It's our pleasure this morning to have fellow Rotarian and president-elect of the Smyrna Rotary Club, also local commercial lender, Judy King, and we've heard quite a bit about you personally. Maybe we delve into Rotary and talk a little bit more about the fish fry, talk a lot more about the fish fry, but also talk about where those funds go, some of our projects and some things that we've assisted with partnerships in the past, and maybe brag on our membership's effort.
Absolutely. Well, each year, we raise the money. The money that's raised is primarily through sponsorships. Ticket sales are great for, the one-off attendees and things like that. It's great to get local business owners that are not sponsors, get them to come and just check it out and see what it's really all about. Because really, if you don't attend this event, you have no idea the impact and how many people. I mean, we're talking somewhere over 2,000 to 2,200, between up to 2,500 people at an event that is a fish fry.
Yeah.
We've raised just under, as a club, raised just under $2 million since the onset of the fish fry. Last year, we raised over $200,000 and gave back just under $150,000 of that back out to local nonprofits through a grant participation.
Well, and there's expenses to run this fundraiser. I mean,
absolutely,
you can't give every penny back because some of it's in-kind sponsors, and you still got to buy fish, and you got to buy chicken and French fries, and there's it costs a few bucks to actually run the operation.
It does. We are so blessed that a lot of the things that we have available, as far as the technology and the hangar, the actual venue is just donated and allowed for us to use it. It's a working, operating hangar with airplanes in it that morning. They moved those out. A bunch of worker bees move in and set up tables and chairs and the stage. And I mean, it literally is an absolute amazing
transition.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it's when we give a shout out to John Black, director of the Smyrna Rutherford Airport Authority, and Azure Flight Corporation. I may not have their name, but they allow us to use that hangar, and it's got to be a big deal for them to have to move all their planes out and let us set up and use that facility all day, and then move all their planes back in after we leave that night.
Right.
So bless them for allowing us to utilize those two, the terminal and the hangar.
Yeah, that's really another blessing that we have, and we have so many, sponsors that year after year, they just really wow us with the things that they offer to do on top of just sponsoring, and just the relationships that Smyrna Rotary has made with the businesses in and around Smyrna. Are just second to none, absolutely second to none. And being able to give back to local nonprofits, to be able to sponsor 3 high school interact clubs and give them money to start with, for them to do whatever, if they want to reinvest that by going out and doing a project themselves, if whatever. We don't put any stipulations on that with them. And then also having scholarships, 3 scholarships per school each year. It's truly that money that is raised, it goes right back to grow the community and to reinvest in the community.
Remind our audience, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, some of the nonprofits that we support. Of course, Rick and I'm sure you as well. We all go do the panel build with partnership with the other two Rotary clubs here in the county. I always try to get my time with Rick because he's got a much stronger back. but remind some of the our audience of some of the nonprofits that receive money from the club.
Sure. We've got Meals on Wheels, Nourish Food Bank, Second Harvest, Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, the Senior Center there in Smyrna, to name a few. And how they are awarded this money is through a grant process. The grants are open from June 1st to August 1st, and any nonprofit can go online and apply. And then they apply for a certain dollar, whatever dollar amount for their project. And then, those are all tallied up as far as, through the board and through leadership to, kind of prioritize and look at how much money, we have in a bucket, so to speak, and how much money that we can award each individual applicant. And so, last year, not having any large commitments like we've had in the past with the Boys and Girls Club and the all-inclusive playground, we were able to fund around 98% of all of those applications, and so that was amazing.
I come from obviously a background in law enforcement, so I was not naive to the problems in our community, but I was naive to funding those problems in our community. And then once I got involved with Rotary, I found out real quick of how basically that club is filling the holes and the gaps for, we've had the Atlas program on here with 1,200 homeless students that are currently enrolled in our schools. And it's probably up because that was during the summer when we had her on. So that number's probably increased. I know it didn't go down. But if you figure those in Smyrna Rotary's plugging holes for that, that's the big deal. And the Meals on Wheels group, if you've ever delivered meals, and that's their meal for the day a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I've got to do that over the years, and some of the residents, the only person they'll see all day, except for maybe family members, is one of us, and I don't know how many Rotarians are serving right now, but I think there's several. I know that in our office, Derek and Baker and I think we've kind of roped Rick into it too. It's just trying to, there's almost nobody left in the office trying to out delivering meals, but it's just an amazing service to feed the hungry. The only thing that's better than feeding an elderly person is feeding a child.
I agree, 100%. My daughter and I would tag team Meals on Wheels, and that being able to bring your child into service and service above self, her to be able to, I guess the favorite part of the day of delivering those meals was watching the faces of the people that came to the doors. And like you said, it could be their only meal of the day. You may be the only person that they're going to see in several days. I've had them ask me, can you go check the mailbox for me? Because they don't know when somebody's going to come.
Sure.
And, you get to know your regular folks on these routes. And I urge anybody that, has the time and ability to volunteer Meals on Wheels. I know that they are always in need of volunteers.
I just continue to be so very proud of the all-inclusive playground. For that to come about with our Smyrna Rotary Club and the town of Smyrna, and of course without the Christy Houston Foundation, I think 1.3 million is what it wound up being close to with the playground and the restrooms. That also includes a changing table that would accommodate an adult if somebody's traveling. And I just to see children with physical challenges being able to play with children that do not have those challenges just gives me the best feeling.
Right.
And I've taken my grandchildren to play there, and it's just a fun place, and I love Rotary name being on the front of it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place too. It's when you can't help but just have pride in what we've done in the community, and not a bad pride. I don't mean it that way, but just be able to say we are making an impact.
Sure.
And our dollars and the community's dollars through the sponsorships. I think that's why we have the sponsors that we have, is because they want to partner and they see what we've been able to do as a club and being able to give back, and we're entrusted to be able to do that, and so being part of Rotary is just it's one of the highlights of my week. Well, actually my day.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm ready. I'm fired up for this weekend.
Rick's a good cook too, so everybody comes over to the trailer to talk to Rick.
Whatever.
He's got a 50-gallon hat on.
I do.
Cooking. I don't know how he cooks with that thing.
Yeah. The other thing that awfully proud of, the Boys and Girls Club there in Smyrna is one of the highest used facility in the state, if not at one time the highest used. And we made a 4-year commitment to give so much money each year, and I think it was about $200,000. And not to say that they could not have gotten it done without us, but I would say it was easier to get it done with our partnership. And
absolutely,
I'm extremely proud of the Boys and Girls Club, because children are not going home to an empty house.
Right. Yep.
So I want to go over again real quick, if we could, about where it's going to be. I didn't bring it up the last time when I thought about it. So where exactly is it going to be held at?
The Smyrna Airport. You cannot miss it. There are going to be all kinds of signs and flags leading into the designated parking area, and there's no long treks, because you're going to be chauffeured in a golf cart, pulled up to the door to walk in. Either you've got your ticket and you hand that in and go on through, or you get your ticket while you're there. Our honorees, we're so excited this year. Our honorees are going to be Operation Enduring Freedom veterans. And so these are the folks that after 9/11 happened, that they joined the military to go and fight against the war on terror. So I'm sorry, I got Albertville on my head. The airport in Smyrna, and at 5:00.
That's right. And Wings of Freedom Fish Fry, if you just Google it, or WOFSmyrna.com is our website, or .org, not .com, is our website. You'll be able to go on there if you want to. If you want to sign up and you are a member of the military and we're serving between 2001 and 2014, please be our guest and go on there. You can click on a link and sign up, and we'll have you on the list that we'll call, and you'll be able to, you and one other, you'll get 2 free tickets on us to be able to come in and enjoy it and be recognized for your service that you gave our community.
And eat and drink your fill.
Exactly.
Yes.
There'll be tasting rooms as well.
A variety.
A variety.
I
We've got
love
several
the-
breweries that are showing up
The
this
bait
year.
shack with all the different.
That's right. A car show. So,
Yeah.
I think we had close to 50 cars last year, so hopefully we'll have that many and more. The high Saturdays, I'm looking at my phone here, is only going to be 80. So by the time 5 rolls around, it'll be in the low 70s. So it's going to be a good night.
That's going to be awesome.
Yep. You've been listening to our president-elect, Judy King, with Smyrna Rotary Club. We've been talking fish fry this morning, but we're going to take our last break and we'll be right back with you. Thanks.
Hi, this is Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. You might know me as the voice of the Blue Raiders, but I want to be your trusted advisor in real estate. Whether you're buying or selling, it's time to choose Chip. Do you have a growing family and need to upsize? Are you an empty nester now and need to downsize? Are you thinking of selling your current home but just worried you can't find something else? Well, it's time to choose Chip. I'm looking to be your trusted advisor in real estate. I'm Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates.
You don't have hot dogs or apple pie or no Chevrolet to drive, but we have some hickory smoked wings you're just dying to try. You'll try them, you'll like them, you'll give some to a friend. So on a dare, just stop on by and bring in a friend. Slick Pig Barbecue, 1920 East Main.
After my weight became dangerously high, I began looking for real medical help. My struggle led me to Magnolia Medical Center in Murfreesboro, where I received a semaglutide weight loss injection. That injection has helped me to lose weight and keep it off.
Online at magnoliamedicalcenters.com.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
This is Lisa Halliburton with Bell Jewelers. Well, it's awesome that we have our 2 wonderful jewelers, because if you need your engagement ring, your diamond set, we're able to do the work right away. We're very fortunate that we have 2 very talented and trustworthy jewelers. This is Lisa Halliburton inviting you to come join our family at Bell Jewelers, 821 Northwest Broad Street, across from Toots Restaurant.
Get pharmacy services with a cherry on top from Reeves Sane, Murfreesboro's hometown pharmacy since 1980, at 1801 Memorial Boulevard and at reeves-sane.com.
This is John at L&K Trophy. We have a wide assortment of plaques. We have colored tumblers that we can engrave. They work great for gifts. We also offer other options for plaques. So if it's plaques you're looking for, come down to L&K Trophy. We're able to etch glasses and wine glasses. L&K Trophy can engrave just about anything. This is John at L&K Trophy House, 1115 Memorial Boulevard, just down from Smith Brothers Car Wash.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
And good morning and welcome to the third and final segment of the Rick and Wayne Show, brought to you every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. This morning we've had President-elect of the Smyrna Rotary Club, Miss Judy King. She's also a commercial lender. I think Rick's going to have her talk a little bit about that here sometime during this last segment. But we've talked specifically about the fish fry, which is our biggest and really only fundraiser that we have each year. And of course, being President-elect, a lot of that burden for success falls on your shoulders.
It does. Next year, especially as the president, I guess the unique thing about our club is that each president, it kind of brings out their personality. with, you know, who they want to honor, or if there's a particular band or DJ, or, you know, just kind of the flair to that. And you know, this year working with the honorees, I've had the opportunity to work with our honorees since 2020 and work on the programming. And we know in 2020 we ended up with a drive-through. So
Right.
how did we honor our honorees that year? And so it was, you know, drizzle and rain, and being able to, you know, stand out there and wait for them to come, and, you know, give them their packet and put the American flag on their car so that they stood out when they went through the drive-through, you know, become friends on Facebook and keep up with, you know, with what's going on in their lives, and them keep up with you. It's relational. Just the part of just being able, you know, again, to give back in a way. I've been talking to some of our honorees this year, and the consensus is they don't feel like, you know, they feel like they've done their job. They feel like they've done what they're supposed to do, and to honor them, you know, they don't feel like they should be honored in such a way. And, you know, when you talk to them about, you know, what's going to happen and how it is, and, you know, the food and how many people, and, you know, you can tell that it takes them back.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to really accept or respond to that. And again, that just says their heart is for service, like Rotarians.
And we have to remember that it's a patriotic theme every year.
Mm-hmm.
We honor someone who has served, and that it is always near 9/11. If it's the closest Saturday to 9/11, and we always remember the 3,000 lives that were lost on that day too.
Yes. Yep. The second Saturday of September, you can always mark your calendar that's where we're going to be, and that's the date of the fish fry. And you know, being able to do programming and just the honoree portion of that night, I look so forward to that every year, of being able to meet them and talk to them. We've done, you know, veterans from Vietnam and Korea and Desert Storm, and we've done first responders. And last year, you know, we did something that was, I guess, kind of unthought of and unheard of, is that we appreciated or honored educators, teachers of the year. Yeah. And that, again, that group of people, you know, each year it's like not being able to take a compliment, and I don't take compliments very well, so I understand how they, you know, to that degree, but they don't feel like, you know, they just feel like they're doing their job. You know, it's like when you do insurance, Rick, when, you know, you're doing your job, and that's what you do. And so it's really touches your heart to see how these honorees are.
I agree 100%. And I know I've got a few that I've had go on there or sign up to where they can go, and they're like, well, why? You know, why are you doing this? Because, man, what you did really means something. We're standing here right now because of what you guys did. Because, you know, that if you figure the group that we're honoring right now was the ones that were reactionary towards what happened on 9/11. You know, they went over and immediately started planning and were involved in the conflict and everything went over there. And they just, like you said, they just thought of it as another day on the job. They were sent to do something they were trained to do, and they did it.
Yeah.
So,
well, we've honored also World War II veterans too, and we're losing them, you know, daily, and probably the Korean war veterans as well. So I suspect at some point in time, at least I hope, the club will wrap back around and go back and get those guys again, because again we're losing them daily because of age and health and other issues.
So let's go over again. And I want to bring up Nissan, because I know Nissan's really stepped up this year as far as, one, of their sponsorship, and two, they're providing them with golf carts and people to man those. So there's no real walking. They're going to be out there riding around, and picking people up to and from and getting them to and from
with
the
adult
vehicles this year.
drivers.
With adult drivers.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
who have
huge.
not been to the bait shack.
I know you're looking forward to the bait shack. I see.
No,
I
just look forward. And my dad, I meant to tell y'all this. My dad is actually going to come up this year, and he's 82, and I am so excited for him to come.
That's awesome.
It'll be the first time. He loves catfish, so you need to burn some because he likes his really well done.
You let me know. It'll be done. Yeah, I try to keep that golden brown to it to where it's not too dry, but done just right. But if he wants a little extra, I don't mind at all.
We want it hot and we want it delicious.
That's right.
Yes.
So, again, if you're a member of the Armed Forces and you served during Operation Enduring Freedom, please be our guest. Please go on the WOFSmyrna.org is our website. So, or just Google if you want Wings of Freedom Fish Fry, and it'll pull you up. And it's pretty, really good website. It leads you towards what it's going to be. There's actually a video on there. You can see what we've done in past years as far as what it looks like out there and what to expect. And please be our guest to come out. And also I want to bring up kids 5 to 16 is $25. So if you were thinking earlier when we said $50 a person, you can actually, if you bring your kids out, there is a reduction in the price for that. And we usually have kids activities out there. And I think we do again this year with the blow-ups and stuff. So we got a place for the kids and especially the car show folks.
Yeah. And there's usually some static airplanes out there as well.
Sure is.
So that if you want to walk around, do not touch, but you can see those as well.
Yeah, I think we got 2 road runners, not real road runners, but the car road runners that are going to be static displays this year. And
well, those 70s?
Yeah, that's it, 69 and 70. So they're worth several $100,000 a piece sitting out there. That's going to be a do not touch. They'll have some ropes around them, but those are, if you want to think of rare, those are some super rare ones right there. But Miss Judy, thank you for being on with us.
Thank y'all.
God bless you for your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we appreciate everybody listening, and I hope to see you out there this weekend. I will be the guy out there with a 10-gallon hat, on one 50-gallon hat.
And I'll be on the opposite side doing my job.
Yeah. You're talking like I don't work.
Well, no, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah.
You do work, but you sure do glad hand a little bit as well.
Hey, whatever it takes to get more people in through the gates.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Hey, everybody, have a good week, and I hope to see you Saturday at 5 to 9. Have a good day.